a good sign that you've been through a lot.
Welcome to Friday
Right.
Night D&D with DM Kalsto. We're talking Warhammer 40k.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Friday, everybody. We're sans our small pink tiefling man, but he should be here at some point soon. Well, I guess we should kind of get right into it. So, picking up where you guys left off last time, you had temporarily separated. Thankfully, didn't take too long to get back together. In the morning, Deft had a little one-on-one conversation. Actually, no, it was later in the night that he had left after you'd spoke with the brother. Basically, yeah, Deft asked him if Oberon should die or not, and he said, "Yeah, probably." Thankfully, with Ari there, you guys managed to kind of table that thought for the moment. Um, Spent some time doing other things. Deft went on a crazy tangent of coming up with plans for his kingdom for either himself or his brother, apparently stressing out his little brother very greatly. Thankfully, Solomon and Dustin, your adventure was a little bit easier. I think Tanya was there too, no? Or no, Tanya went back with Baron.
I don't remember.
You did.
I think, I think it was just Solomon that was still there.
So basically, you guys had woken up after Patrick had some very fond memories of video clips he had gained access to. Patrick noticing that it looked like there was potentially dragon hunters or slayers that were kind of casing out where you were. Alerted Solomon and Lady Tess, and very quickly, with Tess recovered a little bit, teleported back to Lady Tess's house. Through many other things, you guys had spent some time there. Solomon and Patrick going around town. Patrick actually did give an additional report, basically of what he kind of knew about these creatures that everyone was so curious about. The rest of you eventually did finally make it that way. Had a little bit of a reunion. The kids went off and played. And then you had an issue seemingly after being contacted by Kale about mid-ish day. You had a time later where you heard the sound of his stone dropping. Worried you couldn't get a hold of him, I believe it was just Ari, Baron, and Deft, correct?
Yes.
That is correct.
Had teleported over to see what had happened, and upon looking for Calum, were unable to locate him, went to the Ruby Chapel, and using the ball, discovered Calum's sword in a pile of ash. Deft was also able to find a bit of blood that was on the floor in the middle of the sanctum. And Baron reached out to his god for a little bit of guidance, and you were able to determine that it seemed Calum had died, and that was indeed his ash. The blood on the floor was indeed that of Oberon, and Deft, being even more curious, used the party's last utilization of the history powder, which basically had revealed to you that seemingly Deft's brother took it upon himself so that Deft wouldn't have to worry about it, and managed to actually assassinate Oberon. Unfortunately, that seemed to have some sort of reaction that did not bode well, which we're not really sure what happened there. And unfortunately, Caleb paid the price for it, as he had discovered the dead body, and upon trying to help, was killed by this individual who resembled Oberon, but stood up and then left. You guys not really knowing what to do with this pile of ash, you were soon assisted by the former help, or the former pet of our dear wonderful sorcerer, as Ari's Phoenix finally returned, apparently departing Ali's body and resurrecting Kale using the ability, much like you did for Ali earlier on. Upon resurrecting Calum, he returned to his Minotaur form from before the wish, and Ari regained her powers. Other than that, Ari had a little bit of a moment with Kale and went into his memories and had a final moment, more or less, with Allie, thanking her again for saving her and everything. As Ari said her final goodbye, and the vision let go, and Kalen began to cry like a big baby, is where we pick up. So, what do you guys want to do? You do have for the meeting, which I think I forgot to actually mention. I think you had about 6 hours, if I recall.
6 hours when they left, so less time now, depending on how long that took.
I would say no more than an hour. You're teleporting back.
I don't believe so.
Oh, you're out of slots.
Yeah, she burned a lot of her slots. She's probably got like white flames building up under her eyes. She's also she goes to reach to give Kale a hug, realizes she's on fire, and then kind of stops herself.
The fire doesn't hurt him, oddly enough.
She doesn't know that.
No. He kind of freaks out for a little bit too. He's like, "Oh!"
Oh,
And then you kind of extinguish it. He's still sobbing like a baby, though.
Kind of glancing over to the others. I don't think we need to find Allie anymore.
I got to roll with you 100. Actually, curse you, Kate.
I mean, I but
Okay.
Baron's here, but not here at the same time, so that you're on your own.
That's a 12 for Deft. You just kind of watch Deft cheer up a little bit. He understands, but that's all he says. So, what's the plan? Can we get back today, Ari, or
Mm-hmm.
was that or an
That is more confused. Back?
to the others?
We had already teleported back. This was in Tessa's
Okay,
lab.
I thought you hadn't teleported back. Yeah, you're fine then.
Yeah. That's her confusion.
All right, so Deft is kind of hanging out with you. What are you guys doing with your last 5 hours?
Oh no, do I get dragged off with the other children again?
Are you trying to avoid them finding you, or are you just walking about?
I am not actively avoiding anything.
Let's see. Not at the moment.
Okay. There's a library here, right?
In Tessa's house?
Yes.
Not like a full library, but her own collections.
a history book.
Yeah, there'd be history books in there.
All right, might as well read up on some history now that I'm here for however long.
Sure. Find a spot
I'll
and
probably
just
be
go
hanging
in.
out in the library as well, if she's got one.
There's a lot of interesting things in there. Apparently, dragons collect a lot of books.
Probably in the lab.
Lab adjacent, I would say. There's like the study library, and then next to it is the laboratory. One is for storing knowledge. One is for things that go boom.
I'll probably be in the boom room.
That's where Tash currently is, for the most part. Before she has to get ready, she's still looking at the anchor. So at this point, who would be? I'm trying to think of where else. Deft and Ari, where were you guys? You were just hanging out somewhere there, or were you with anyone specific?
I imagine we're probably around where Kale is.
Yeah, he'd just be hanging out in the courtyard. He's kind of big. He's probably watching the kids play. Sobbing like a baby. You also notice sitting next to Kale is Lord Gorbin. They seem to be talking about something.
Okay. And while they're chatting, she's probably just cuddled up to Deft.
All right. So while you got 5 hours, this is a
Mhm.
great time to buy anything you may be missing or need.
With what money?
There's money. Just take it from the rich kid.
All right. I go push Def down the stairs and steal his lunch money.
roll an athletics check.
Oh,
I'm not really pushing him downstairs. I don't care about
If
money.
you want to.
I would need to care about money.
I don't think I've examined it in character yet, but I do have that waterlogged amulet I haven't looked at yet.
Oh, do you want? Yeah, you can
Yeah,
look at it.
I'm just I'll probably test first because she's the most adjacent.
She kind of. She looks at it. Where's Tess's card? Hold on. Test. Da-da-da-da. Looks dwarven, but it doesn't look familiar.
Dwarf. I'll be back. I go find Baron.
It's like, wait, I wasn't. Oh well.
I mean, if she calls up for me to wait, I can wait for her, but like.
You run pretty fast, man. I don't know.
I'm perceptive though.
He just stops like mid-run.
What's your passive perception?
21.
Yeah, I'd say as you start like running out the door, you hear, "What, Patrick? Add more."
Oh, I'm sorry. I just heard Dwarven.
Says, I'm not sure what the metal is. We could run some tests. She kind of sits there.
It's not
Yeah.
locked or anything, right? Like it's
No,
open.
it's just an amulet.
Okay.
Like this is a metal
Oh,
pendant.
I thought it was a locket with like a picture.
It's like
inside.
it's almost like a house sigil of some sort. And she
Okay.
kind of watch. She goes over. She'll probably actually take you to the room that the two of them are in, and you watch as she walks over to kind of some of the history books, like where Solomon is.
Okay.
And she pulls out like 2 different ones, and she puts one in front of you, and then she kind of opens one in front of her, and there's a bunch of different like records of house sigils and things for all these dwarven families from different areas in the world.
Uh-huh.
And she just like, all right, see if you can. And you guys just flip through. Nothing. No matches.
Okay.
What does the amulet look like?
It's just a kind of a unique pattern. It does have a hammer that is kind of the main component of it.
Hmm.
Actually, let's see if I can get you a picture of what it looks like.
Good question. What languages are all these books in common?
No, there's all sorts of different books.
Hmm.
She probably reads most of them. Let's see.
Hello.
Hello?
Why,
Hello.
welcome.
I'm glad you could join us, Catherine.
Hi.
You died.
Yeah,
Again.
Oh.
Catherine.
Again.
That's unfortunate.
Solomon
worry.
pushed you down the stairs when you didn't give him any lunch money.
Nice.
And that's how you died.
That's in character.
Like you dying in a really sad way, or me pushing you down the stairs?
Me not giving you any lunch money in the dying.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't.
Which really sucked because you turned to ash and took all the money with you.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, but basically, she surmises with you, Patrick. Like, either I'm wrong, or it's not from this world, or it's from a dwarven clan I've never heard of.
Well, does Curzon have a document on every Dwarven family ever?
Well, these are just my own record books. I mean, these are most of the houses that are known. These came from the Golden Perch. She took almost everything that was in the Golden Perch. Tess either has or gave to the Arcanum. All those libraries that collapsed that had nothing in them,
Yo.
she has.
Yo.
Apparently, we were searching in the wrong.
Weren't there others looking for information in the Perch library?
She just kind of giggles as you say that. Like, I bet they didn't have much luck with that.
Now that you mention it, no.
They really didn't even look, really.
They probably don't even know you're back yet. They've been in like full on research mode since you guys have been away. In fact, do you have any responsible people keeping track of the time? Because she's totally the kind of person
Patrick,
that would,
of course.
she would work through the entire like day and be like, "Oh, oops."
I set a timer for 5.5 hours, and when that goes off, I am going to the meeting room.
It's, I think, in a different location in the city.
We get to go to the castle.
So you probably account for travel time, too.
Yeah. Well, I guess since that was a bust, I am going to still take it to Baron, though. He knows some. He knows some weird stuff. Yeah, so somebody else do something.
Baron also has a wonderful god he can ask things about, though. That's actually come in really handy the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Jeff, did you have anything you wanted to do prior to this meeting? Or did you guys have anything you wanted to do for this meeting? And who's going? Is anyone not going?
Don't know.
Sock will probably go with you if Def goes.
Yeah, I'll go.
I mean,
He'll
I'm
go
going.
in sock mode, though. In case stealth is needed.
Honestly, Solomon wants this meeting to go the way he wants it. I'll decide how I want it to go later.
Fair. Anyone staying behind when they do go?
So what's the purpose of this meeting?
Are you asking Tess or are you asking Lord Corbin?
Are they both here?
Lord Corbin's out front with Kale. Lady Tess is somewhere between the study and the lab.
I'll ask her first. Because she's the closest. And then I'll go ask Corbin if she's not sure.
She kind of looks over. I wasn't there when it was called, but from what Brannick said, essentially the city's kind of, I don't know, conflicted with what to do with this children threat. They lost another airship while you guys were gone the last time, so they have no way to transport goods that they typically would, so it's a problem we kind of need to deal with. A lot of people are trying to say that the city should be and you have noticed, for those of you looking around, the city looks like it's been more heavily fortified. Some people say that we should, fortify our defenses and make a stand there. Some people are saying we should go and strike them. And so really this is just more of a meeting, I guess, to agree upon a plan of action and see what can be done. We
not
are
just
more going in
happening,
a
right?
capacity. Obviously, we're not lords or ladies. Well, I am, but not here. More of an advisory capacity. So try not to rub anyone completely the wrong way.
Solomon will look up from the book, just deadpan at her. Probably doesn't care. An
Too
uncaring
sad.
look. Right.
Just smiles. All right,
And then
all
he'll,
right, definitely.
I guess I'll go ask Corbin more information after Deftinari.
Oh, that was supposed to whisper. Not. I think at the moment they're probably just kind of grieving. I don't know if Deft has anything specific he wants to aim
All
for.
I've done for you so far about your grief is you kind of had a tearful acknowledgement. You didn't say anything then.
Need to be alone with my boy.
Which one?
My big boy.
Your weasel? Or the
No.
big one?
My big boy.
So he's out with. Actually, that's even better because you're basically out with Lord Corbin and Kale. So Solomon's walking out to you where you already are.
Solomon will walk out, just nose in a book.
Kale's just sobbing like a baby.
I look up at the three crying people. So what is this meeting about?
He asks Lord Corbin.
Yeah.
He looks really nervous. It's like, I gotta convince these people we need to take action against these creatures before there's nothing we can do. Some people would rather just sit in the mountain and wait it out for it to be someone else's problem. I hate giving speeches.
A speech.
Yeah, he's a lord, so he gets to actually make proposals at this meeting.
So you are going to propose what exactly?
It's like, I don't know. I'm still trying to make up my mind. I mean, for all intents and purposes, our defenses are highly important and they should be looked to. But I don't necessarily think we should only invest in our defenses. If we just lock ourselves in here, eventually,
They'll be overwhelmed and kill everyone regardless.
if we don't run out of supplies first. Plus, all the people from the outsides of the mountain have taken shelter inside. But attacking them blindly, especially with that dragon, I don't know.
That will get Solomon to close the book he's reading.
Mhm.
Dragon.
Yes, you remember when you guys had got here last time? It had attacked the tower? The big black one?
The black one. Yeah.
Indeed.
I have a proposition about that, but suppose maybe we should step away. Give Caleb a good rub on the back.
Oh,
And then stand up, straighten my clothes. You see, we are kind of aligned in this idea here. I would also like to maybe get rid of that dragon. And I think we could do it personally. We have the means.
Don't know, lad. Many people have tried to kill that thing. We haven't been able to hurt it with magic or weapons. It's not natural. We've tried to gain intelligence on it, but our findings are very minimal.
I know who made it.
Ooh,
Hold on, I have to go look at my notes because I don't actually remember who made it.
Wasn't it Elwin?
Was it Elwin?
Mm-hmm, it
I
was.
thought it was the older. No, yeah.
The Mind Flayer was inside of it.
Yes.
The different renditions of the body were always basically Elwin always made all the bodies and the modifications and the clones and things like that.
Is the dragon and the children connected? I forgot.
Yeah, so essentially, basically, Trassix, who was aligned with Evil Sitesh, was a Mind Flayer. And then the guy you let out of the ship was like another type of Mind Flayer. And basically, with where they are now, those have all kind of consolidated into one group. So essentially, Trassix lost versus that one and is now the mental... he's essentially the mind of the dragon.
Nice.
So the dragon is Trassix.
So, what's up with Gray then? You know what?
Gray did try to reach out for you as
He
well.
tried to reach. Many strings I'd like to chase, but maybe not right now. But yeah, I've been trying to get in contact with him, but maybe I can pursue that a bit more and maybe help you guys out.
Did he even help you?
Oh, well, I'd hope so.
I mean, that's better if you know someone who made it. Our people were able to collect a little bit of intel, but only those that survived. We tried to attack it with airships, from the ground, from the air. And nothing's worked. But this could be an interesting path.
Yeah, my people will talk to your people. Well,
Indeed.
I
In
think
fact,
we can figure
my
something
people
out.
would be most grateful to your people for such a thing.
Oh, yes, of course. Of course.
This is like the most pathetic amateur politicking ever. He's only new to being a lord.
Are the two of you quite done?
For now. We're just trying to save the world, lad.
There's a surprising amount of paperwork involved with saving the world.
There really is. I would have thought there would be less paperwork with being in
You'd
charge.
think so, right?
You'd think that you'd have people to do the paperwork for you.
We should talk more.
Indeed.
Oh,
Scan
well,
smiles.
what's up, Solomon?
I'm going to go...
Hey, thanks for the raid Saturday. Welcome. Hope y'all had a
Thanks,
good
man.
game.
Oh, everyone.
Before you talk to Solomon, it's like, really quick, because I need to go practice my speech. Young man. And he just kind of looks at Solomon.
Yes.
What would you do?
Well, building the defenses is necessary, and I would have small groups or large groups expedition into the caves to keep the... Solomon crunches his nose. We really need to find a better name for them.
Small groups haven't worked yet. They've all been wiped out.
Stronger groups or competent groups at the least, to keep population down if it is an invasive species.
And what about the source? Do you just have us defend, or would you strike them?
Well, if you end up sending all your competent soldiers down and then there's no one to defend, they may go around.
But again, we can't take an army all the way out there and not knowing what we're going to get into to be overwhelmed. And if all of our competent fighters are here, then our forward forces would be more likely to fall. Very curious situation. To be honest, after all the wars and everything else and the undead, the army is not as plentiful as it used to be.
Do you have any allies you can rely on for this? That might also be involved and be in danger of this particular thing?
Not specifically. The only thing in the area, there's smaller villages. There are towns. Most of the towns to the east were either wiped out by the undead as they made their march previously, or they're currently hunted by, what did you call them? The children?
We seriously need a better name for them.
Yeah.
Well, the creatures, let's call them for now, then, at least. But even the barbarian tribes of the Eastern Plain, our immediate neighbors, their populations have dwindled to but probably 15% of what they used to be. Eventually, these things will overrun everything.
I have a question.
Mm.
When they attacked the city, did they target the airships or was it random?
The dragon?
I
Well,
see. I was assuming the children attacked.
it attacks with them. It's allied with them.
So they're
They tend to
intelligent.
attack at the same time. The dragon, originally, we actually tried to attack the dragon. We sent 2 airships and 7 of our large defensive birds. I don't know. Have you heard of Rock? Very terrifying.
Those are here?
Yeah, remember? You actually faced them in the delve, remember?
Didn't know they were here.
We can pull them out of the delve. All those creatures in the
Oh.
delve were created by Fulmond.
I thought that was my fault for a second. You see, I found an egg and I gave it to. You know what? We don't have to get into that.
You took a creature out of the delve?
No.
Oh, thank goodness. But yes, we sent 7 with our fleet and several of our mages, and only 1 ship even came back. All the birds were wiped out. It came back maybe 3 nights later and took out half of our remaining airships, which is nothing compared. During the war, it actually had first made its large attack against the Eastern Kingdoms, which you guys would know have the most airships of anybody, and it took out about 80% of their fleet. It does look like it intentionally targeted them, I would say.
So intelligent.
It doesn't act like any dragon we have records of or faced in the past.
How much information do you have on any of it?
Well, they're going to go over some of it at the meeting that they've collected, especially the Runekeeper Sanctum. They will go over most of it. No, we haven't found a weapon that works yet. We've tried to cast spells on them. Seems to have some sort of protection. And it's just fast and mean. We do, however, believe we have a location of where they currently are based out of, or I don't know, what did you call it, a hive? But we'll get to that at the meeting. Anyways, thank you, young man. I need to go practice my speech. If he just
Good luck.
starts going off pacing.
Ari stands up and heads over to Daft.
Well spoken.
Nobles are stupid.
Those are stupid.
They can't see what's important.
What would
If
you
it's
say is
all in the
important
war.
right now?
What do you think? What is the biggest threat? And yet kingdoms are warring.
I shrug my shoulders. I don't know. I'm just a dumb noble.
Hear a strange, awkward animal like giggling coming from his shoe.
Really though, what do you think?
He's about to say children and just kind of grimaces. Okay. The creatures are definitely a threat. And they're intelligent. What is their goal?
Are they intelligent?
They wanted a new home, didn't they?
Aren't they controlled by like some kind of hive mind or something?
Trissics. Yeah.
So,
The one that is in control.
Wait, not
Trissics.
Trissics. I'm so bad at names.
The other
The other one. The other one. That one.
If the hive mind, if they are, that's even worse. That is a problem that does need to be dealt with.
I think that involves us going to the Feywilds.
Well, I don't think having a word with Gray would necessarily be a bad idea. I don't know what kind of troubles he's in right now. And if we go there, that will become our trouble.
Thanks for the raid, Insomnia. Welcome. Hope y'all had a great game.
Vision I had about the worlds colliding. What? How did I? Is that like a vision or just like a nightmare that Solomon had?
You've had it a couple of times, I would say. It is a repeating dream. It's not like it happens every single night, but essentially it's like a realistic nightmare that you have. You get to watch like the end of the world many different times. It always seems the same so far.
Was it this world? I don't even know what this world looks like.
From what you saw, you knew you were on a planet, whether it was this planet or not. You saw two other planets basically colliding with this one.
Has this planet been mapped? Has this planet been mapped?
I imagine a lot.
Extensively. Well, the habitable parts, I assume.
That's a weird question.
May I see a diagram of it?
Do I have? Can I take out like my battle map that I drew?
Which one?
My one of my many schemes. I drew a map.
Sure.
Your battle map is a map of the entire planet?
Well, it's probably just the continent, but I can do more.
See, the continent, that would be helpful.
I have at least the continent. I can I'll just lay down some more sheets of paper. It's hard to draw a map on a flat surface. It's I'll do my best. I just kind of lay down paper and try to approximate some more land masses with the more detailed continent map in the middle.
Do I recognize any of that?
No. I mean, from like your own maps, no. This doesn't look like a map you've seen. And you know for a fact that your world basically died.
Mm-hmm. No, but I'm trying to be crashing planets. Does it look similar to any of them?
Not unless it was one you were standing on.
Ah, shit. Didn't think about that one. now. Still may be a problem, though. That being said, hive mind, if there is an intelligent leader, are a problem.
And that's why we killed the dragon.
Which means we need to find out when to learn how to.
So you're saying you can achieve something an army cannot.
Yes?
Deft. It's Rockshar, by the way.
Yes, that one. Mhm, that's what I said.
Solomon, how many armies could travel to the plane of fire and take on a Lord of Fire? How many armies could walk into the abyss, face down more than one demon lord, and get out?
One, and he'll walk off.
What a little stinker.
Is he calling us an army?
I mean, you can probably get the feeling he wasn't referring to any of you.
Orcus?
Orcus, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be back in the abyss.
There's his eyebrow raises.
Well, it's a hard sell, but I guess we'll see how it goes.
So, what do we do with the creatures here? Just walk in, burn the nest, and leave?
Well, if I had to choose, I'd say stall until we can kill the brain, but that depends on how good their defenses are and how good their offenses are. Basically, very variable, and I'm glad I don't have to make that decision. Though I do kind of have some ulterior motives in killing the dragon. I guess for one, I kind of feel responsible making it. I didn't do it myself, but I wasn't exactly in the best company for a while, and I am trying to clean up their messes as much as I can. Who are these? Get out of here. Get out of here. These freaking demons and devils just coming up from the ground. I don't know. What a mess. What a mess. Anyways.
Solomon hits his sword and tells him to shut up.
The sword stops talking.
I really want to hit level 20, by the way. And also, I have a plan.
I love
That's a good start.
Though this is a bit more selfish.
Hey, if we kill this dragon as well, these people may be able to help us retake Elmar.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily ask that of anyone, but
Forging alliances is a good idea, isn't it?
it's not the worst.
You You're a terrible king.
I really am. And that's why Sock might be king next time. We'll see. He's kind of been freaking out for a couple days.
Wait, what?
Your ferret?
You walked away. Get out of here. Did you come back?
Yes, I came back.
People to Patrick. But first, Baron, I sent you a message. Very critical role.
Or
If
across
you
the-
technically follow the line of succession,
All right. Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome
Death,
back.
you did not
Oh, way ahead of you.
shirk the position of king onto your youngest brother.
I didn't shirk it. I asked him. I've been trying to give people choices that I didn't necessarily have.
Daphne's a child.
He's also kind of like an ancient eldritch being that I pulled from the ether, so I don't really know what age means anymore.
Ooh, fancy dice.
Mm. Wait, roll it again. Mm.
They look like a Christmas tree.
You do.
I'm gonna glare at his boot where Sock is hiding.
No, Sock's playing with Illyria. What are you
Oh, is
doing?
he?
No, he went to
He
the
did-
boot. He got ready for. He's getting
Oh.
ready for the meeting in case he has to sneak and do something
Mhm.
for that.
We'll talk about this later.
I thought about this for a long time. So did he.
The kingdom would be better off with a ferret.
Solomon, enough.
You just watched the little ferret? Technically, is he a weasel or is he a ferret? He's a weasel, right?
He's a weasel.
You
Oh,
just watch a
God.
little weasel snap pick up over the shoe and just kind of look at you, Solomon, and you swear it smiles and just kind of nods its head and then hides back in the shoe.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Well, let's hear him out.
What do you intend to do with your kingdom?
You were kind of quiet on my end, Slumber.
All right. How would you rule your kingdom?
Hmm?
He's looking at Deft.
He looks thoughtful. I don't know. I expected and was raised to be king for what felt like a lifetime, and I don't know. I think that's something you just kind of have to learn what feels right.
Then what
And,
is the duty of the queen?
You do a lot of paperwork. You live for the people.
Hey, Deft, you want to roll an insight?
Mm-hmm.
And while they roll that, if anyone in chat wants to roll a D100 for me, I have a new special dice project going on in the background.
First one gets it.
After you said you live for the people, you see Solomon kind of become slightly less hostile.
That's a 48
Okay.
from Wastrels.
Thank you very much.
48 on Secret Dice Project.
I'm learning a new thing in the world.
The current leadership there is going to do very bad things very quickly and very widespread. And I hopefully can stop that and maybe fix some of the fuck ups that I left behind. Maybe let a dragon out of my basement. Yeah, we'll get to that.
And do you know if we go down that path, you do need to stay as king?
Yeah.
And that is the life you will have to live.
I'm aware. I think the hard part before was knowing that I was missing something.
Have you found
But-
it?
Yeah, I did.
It's about this time you guys hear this strange sound coming from the inside of the house.
Uh-huh.
And then you just hear this. Shit! I still have to get ready! You hear Patrick's alarm going off. You see like Tess running down the hall, just like trying to clean her face. She's looking for something to wear.
You see Def just has like a genuine smile on his face. He looks relaxed. He looks, I don't know, ready. I'm gonna go make sure they're on schedule. Bye. I
About
scamper off.
60 seconds later, you watch her walk out, and she has like this really elegant like jade dress on. Okay, ready.
That's nice.
Thank you.
I'm also gonna get ready actually. I put on my fancy clothes.
So you just materialize your fancy clothes.
Mhm.
It's like, I see we shop at the same tailor.
Solomon bathed yesterday. He's ready.
You didn't bathe. You got cleaned by somebody else, and no one's brought it up.
It must have been like the housekeeper. Like, we had to take your armor out. It couldn't be cleaned. It had to be destroyed. We got you new armor.
No, I dumped water on myself when we were at the inn.
Yeah, and it did nothing. And then you wake, and then I like come back in the room, and you're completely clean. You did something. It's just I haven't brought it up, and nobody's mentioned that you're not covered in blood.
Sometimes he's not covered in blood.
You guys do know, like, no one has to actively say anything, but it's nice that Solomon's taken this meeting seriously and got all tidied up. All right. Is anyone not going to this meeting? Is anyone staying back in the house?
I did want to follow up with Baron about that amulet during the time they were talking in the courtyard. Yeah.
Yeah, do it real quick. That's fine.
Baron. Nick, are you there?
Ah, shit, I muted my mic. Sorry. Hang on, let me take another swig of beer. Really trying to get into character tonight and not ad-lib, sorry, method act. I Rust Bucket.
You're familiar with the Dwarven history, right? You're not from this city?
I know a few things about my people and a few things about other Dwarven people, yeah.
Do you think you've seen
specifically about beer?
Do you think you've seen this house crest anywhere before? And I'll show him the amulet.
Let me take a look with my dwarven eyes.
What do your dwarven eyes see?
I will actually let you use your stone cunning on this one. Now Tony has fancy dice too.
What is what does the stone cunning do? Does that just give you advantage?
You get advantage. I think is it for history?
Oh yeah. Shit! Yeah, you are considered proficient in history skill and add double your proficiency bonus.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Oh, double. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna set it as double proficiency temporarily.
Don't forget to click your advantage button.
It's technically metal, but for the sake of the aura it is and what it is, and what it symbolizes, it applies.
Oh shit!
All right. So, Baron,
32.
Being a very adept smith, You just kind of look at this. The first thing you notice, and you've seen numerous types of ores before, you have no idea what type of ore this is made out of. You kind of sit there and you look at it. If you had to wager a guess, this probably doesn't come from this world. You don't recognize this at all.
Does it seem like a very, very quality ore? Like on it, like can I?
Yes, it does seem like a fine quality ore. Like if you look at a little bit and like see the density of it and see like how strong it is, it does look like a very high quality ore that's used in this.
God, I want to make an Apple joke and be like, "Wow, Rust Bucket, how did you get this ore like 6 months early? They didn't even release this one yet." But on the other hand,
it's definitely dwarven though. Like you look at the design, this matches with any dwarven civilization you've seen ever. Kind of follows this same. It looks very dwarven, but you've never seen it before.
Okay, am I not able to tell what dwarven civilization it comes from?
No, because basically what you surmised, it probably doesn't come from this world.
Got it. Well, Rust Bucket, I'll be honest, I consider myself quite an expert in this matter. And I can only confirm that it is indeed dwarven. I do not recognize this as being of this plane, or Earth, or whatever you want to call this floating... Wait, hang on. Is Baron a flat earther?
I hope so.
Hang on a sec. All right.
He's never seen a globe yet.
1 through 50, he's a flat earther. 51 through 100, he's a glober.
He's on the fence.
He just recently discovered the globe.
I've never seen this on this floating disc that we inhabit.
Sure, but then, well,
Solomon wanted to say.
Is it worth? You're outside having a courtyard conversation.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were outside.
No,
my bad.
Then should we ask about it? Because the only otherworldly thing I've come in contact with recently has been that other necklace from the Drow girl.
It might be worth asking around, perhaps trying to learn some more, but unless we talk to anyone who has been to another astral disc such as ours, I don't think anybody else is gonna know anymore.
Not even Brel.
All right, don't go invoking Brel's name like that. Brel doesn't appreciate a doubter. You now need to drop and give me 10 hail Brels.
Roll a persuasion check.
You're gonna have Dustin and Deft converted to being followers of Brel.
Ooh, that was a very bad roll.
He just kind of... I will do it tonight.
All right, fine.
That doesn't the other priests have a spell called the Legend Lore?
Can
you not cast that?
I don't have that spell prepared at this time, but
it is a ritual.
Oh, is it? Oh, shit.
It still needs to be...
I think I still need to put it into my list of spells, though.
Yeah, wizards are the only ones that don't need them prepared.
Or
hang on a second. Let me find...
If you have the ritual caster feat, you don't.
Let's see. Cleric.
Actually, you're limited to the ones in your book for the ones you don't need prepared, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. For that one, yes.
Where's Legend Lore?
Well, those are for his wizard ones. He can't cast them with slots. Normal ones, if you just have a rich one, I think you can do it.
Oh shit! And its casting time is straight up 10 minutes.
10 minutes plus the.
Yeah. Well, it's level 5.
But this is during like a 5-hour period, also.
Right. I think when I swap out spell, isn't it like Is the
Every long
it's an
rest.
hour per spell?
You actually can pick your spells because we had leveled up midday the day before anyways, and then Patrick didn't know what to pick, Solomon didn't know what to pick for you, so basically we didn't prepare your spells this morning, so you can prepare whatever you want. That's fine.
Okay. Then
Wait, Deft. Oh wait, no, it's the same day. You already asked if he had sending, and Theris didn't have it.
okay.
Sending spell, remember? You ended up. No, but you ended up trying to take it. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Theris didn't have it.
Level 20, I'll take it. I get another spell slot then that I can spend on whatever.
I don't think
Okay,
it's ending till 23rd.
Drop.
23rd.
All right, so whole group going.
For
I
sure.
think so.
Kale will probably stay behind to protect Ardella and just hang out since the majority of like the more strong fighters here are going with you guys. There's guards and other things too, but you get the sense being with Ardella is helping him right now. Considering he just basically lost someone he's like life bonded with.
Understandable.
Real quick for the legend lore thing, will you let me prepare that and go ahead and do that during this period? Or
does it have any casting requirements? Like, do you need any? Oh, thanks for the raid.
I mean, would Tess...
Tess has a lot of stuff here. That's what I'm just asking.
Hey, thanks for the raid, Scar. Hope y'all had a good
I
game.
need components wise. It's incense worth at least 250 gold, and 4 ivory strips worth at least 50 gold.
I know Theris already has those here. She also has all that stuff here, so you could go borrow it from her.
Okay, cool.
Fair. Like I said, when she took everything, she took everything.
All right. Then
she's like living in exile in luxury.
Yeah. Well, then I definitely want to do that. Then I'll investigate this a little bit further. Would I have time to do that now, or would I have to do that?
Yeah, you have time because you have 5 hours. So basically, I just skipped forward anyway. So this is the 5 hours we spent beforehand.
Okay. So then I guess it says name or district. So I'll do it. So it's 10 minutes.
Yeah,
it actually doesn't say it's ritual. I don't see the R. So
no, it might be.
I guess it's legend lore.
Legend lore, I don't think is a ritual.
I don't believe so.
So it's just 10 minutes. And then it says I need to name or describe a person, place, or object.
Mm-hmm.
So I will, I guess, just describe this object, which is an unearthly metal of dwarven forging.
So you go into cast. It's nothing of a legendary value, but roll a d100.
All right.
Because it's more or less just like a family crest.
Nice.
It's your mom's. No.
I throw it away and I immediately go and wash my hands.
As you kind of sit there and cast. Would you derive anything from this one? I'd say you kind of feel like a vibration from it.
Oh, I throw it again.
But other than that, no, it doesn't seem to have any deep history.
Okay.
Doesn't have any properties, values, anything. Seems like it just must be some sort of basic item, but it is vibrating.
Okay. Well, I will say that. I will tell that to Patrick. And well, at this point,
Lady Tess, huh? And you watch her; she's like fixing her hair. Your lab's vibrating. Shit. Hold on. She runs back inside.
Well, I think we should go there too, Baron.
Aye, let's see what this is all about. And I follow her.
All right, so you guys watch And she's sitting there and she's looking at that anchor. And as you guys walk in, like the room seems like it's vibrating. And as you guys walk in, it vibrates harder.
I'm starting to get uncomfortable with all the innuendos. I'm gonna need more beer.
And as you walk in and you're holding that amulet, it flies out of your hand and it sticks to the anchor. And then the vibrations kind of stop and you just hear like this light humming sound.
Can I insight if that's good or bad?
Only Brella will know now.
I would say for this one, you could either make just an intelligence roll or an arcana check.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Hard to say.
Wait, hang on. Let me see how intelligent I am. Not very.
But it almost was like a magnet. It flew across the room and it stuck to the anchor. Tess just kind of looks at you guys. What is that?
Ah, it's an amulet.
Oh, it's that thing. What? Oh, interesting. She's
Well,
going to touch it. Chat, you want to roll a D100? First one gets it.
No, why did you touch the anchor?
I was literally about to go and grab it too.
Did we all hear the call out of Tess, your lab is vibrating?
No, because she was inside at this point. This is when they'll like right before like with the alarm going off and her trying to get her hair. They're finishing up right towards the end.
Okay.
Come on, chat. What do we got?
All you have to do is type exclamation point roll space 100.
Oh, I guess I could also probably pull up the chat and help boost those numbers. Which
That's a 12 from Wastrel again.
Nice.
Whoa, that's low.
You watch as she touches it, and she kind of steps back as it glows, and you just watch like this, I'd say, 1.5 foot diameter, almost window into another world opens up next to the anchor.
This is highly inconvenient.
You can see through it. It's like it looks into like a different place, and it's sunny outside. Do you want to look into it and see what you can see?
Yes.
Allow
100%.
me, you might not be able to breathe if you go
Well, you don't have to put your head in. You can look through your side. You, by all means, put your head in if you want. It worked great for Nancy.
I mean, Patrick would probably attempt to pass through at some point, but looking is better to do first.
Yeah.
I
Both
take
you
a-
roll
take a
perception
peek.
checks.
Perception check.
It's really not that hard to see. You look out, and you see what looks like, you're not sure if it's like a cave or a mine entrance. It's this really elaborate dwarven construction, and you see there's like, maybe it's like a dwarven city, but it's sunny outside. You see like docks and boats off in the distance, and there's just like this giant dwarven statue with a battle axe sitting with the axe part on the ground, and a dwarf just holding it above it. It seems like some sort of dwarven city, and on the flags of the city, you see that crest. It seems it comes from the world the anchor is attached to.
I want to go to this world.
After about 5 minutes, the amulet just drops to the ground, and the open image disappears. Well, that's new.
I've
What
never
One of you zip me up?
Yeah, sure.
Are you tall enough?
Oh,
I am. For your information, I am 5 foot exactly.
As you guys are having this conversation, she just makes a mage hand and zips herself up.
I mean, I was.
I have more than enough height to kick your ass, Rust Bucket.
And she
Yes,
just
the
kinda goes
dent
out
is
the room.
aware of that.
Come on, boys, we're gonna be late.
I'll be right there. I need to finish melting him down for scrap.
Well, that'd make the meeting highly inconvenient considering I'm an essential part.
You're about to be an essential part of my next armor piece.
Which is odd because you're actually wearing old Patrick's body as an armor piece.
Yeah, I am.
That thread has a whole different weight now.
I'm looking to forge me some armored pants. I'm looking for a complete set.
I approve.
All right, yeah, we'll leave. I'll grab the amulet. Give it. Were you carrying it, Patrick?
You can have it. I was carrying it, but you can have it.
Okay, I'll take the amulet and I'll stash it in my. I guess I'll just. Yeah, I was thinking like maybe I just wear it because it does have a dwarven symbol on it, which I do think is pretty rad.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm a dwarf. I wear the amulet. How do you like my new bling, Rust Bucket?
Well, I hope it just doesn't suck you into another world and I never see you again.
I'll make sure if it does suck me into another world, that I grab you on my way in.
I'm sure you will.
All right. So we head to the meeting at the castle.
After Ari is finished getting ready, she's gonna stop in and or stop in by Kale. Gonna head over, put an arm or put a hand on his arm.
Out by the tree in the courtyard.
Hey, you okay?
You look nice.
Thank you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
She gives him a smile.
We'll be back soon. Hopefully not too long.
It's okay. Kind of like enjoying the peaceful moment. Something tells me we won't have one in for a while.
Probably won't be one for us.
You gotta enjoy the little things, Miss Candlebright. He just smiles.
Just stay safe, alright?
I've never died twice in one day. I'm feeling pretty good about my odds. I will have to say, though, that was scary.
Yeah. Death is, not pleasant.
You watch, he just kind of like feels his chest where he got punched through. I don't know. It's like, but good luck at the meeting. I hope it goes well.
And enjoy the relaxation.
If you get stuck, just remember and think about what Ellie might do. That's what I try to do when I don't know what to do. Most of the time, it involves eating. In fact, you watch the flags down like one of the new house servants.
She giggles and then, or chuckles, and will head out to the others.
Okay. So you guys begin your trek over towards the castle.
Mhm.
Yep.
Everyone going other than Caleb? Or Kale? Now that he's back in normal form.
I think so.
All right. So the whole party goes over. It takes you a little bit of time, but you get over there and you see that there are representatives from all 7 houses, and they each have a couple of people with them. There are probably about 50 people present at this meeting in total. There are 7 basically stone chairs, and then there is a elevated seat for the king that all those chairs face to, and then there's like seating up and over those, and they're like down in the pit. And that's where you're all sitting, is up on the thing. You guys all kind of take your seats. Is anyone doing anything special or sneaky or?
Do they have a projector set up for me?
Oddly enough, no projector setup. It
Oh.
does look like they have this spot kind of on each side that people from the top layer can kind of walk to speak if they're like asking people questions or presenting something.
Okay.
I'll look at Baron. I'll look at the party. What is the conclusion we want to come of this?
Depends on the information presented. Hopefully, a solution that everybody is happy with is the goal.
Impossible.
As close as we can get.
That best outcome is to do a little of both. Solomon will stop. And he'll look back. Has anyone else other than you been made aware that they have a hive mind?
I don't know. No wonder they're always dying. That is key information. Well, I don't know what they know about them.
Well, that's why we're here.
The choice, and because you chose to tell no one.
Look, it's been like 4 years, okay?
As you guys are talking, you watch as the king walks in, who you do know. So as King Blackhand walks in, he just kind of like sees you guys. He kind of gives you like a small wave. Everyone stands up as he walks in. Do you guys stand up as well?
I stand.
Why? Solomon will lace his fingers and lean forward if he.
He just takes his seat and then motions for everyone to sit down. So, we've called an emergency meeting today to deal with this threat. From the little bit of information we have, and he motions up to you guys and to Patrick. Thanks to what we know from our dear citizen Patrick, these individuals known as the children, he kind of goes into the details that you'd shared with them about finding it down in the tunnels. It looks like they'd been burrowing in preparation for an attack, kind of where they might be coming from in the north. So today we need to find our best course of action. So, I know many of you have different opinions, so by all means, proceed. The first person you watch come up will be Lady Zogna.
Oh, her.
How do you spell her name?
Her first name or her last name?
Lady what?
Zognaugght, I believe.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. And her first name is Gwenera. Shucks. I believe the most critical thing we can do here is focus on the defense of our fine city. These access tunnels down into these ancient mines near my family's estate are critical and must be defended. We cannot let these creatures seep into our homes and attack us. It cannot be so. I recommend we use everything at our discretion to address these issues and reinforce those tunnels.
I want to mess with her, but honestly, she has a really good point for her current situation.
True, but is her current situation affecting all of the city or herself?
Was her house the one we busted into?
Yes. She is a bad. In our eyes, she is a bad dude.
She's like the mom for the criminals in the Goonies.
What was her first name again?
Gwenera. And she looks. Now, I know many of you think that this issue will pass by, but I think we should be cautious. Reinforce the city. Fortify the tunnels beneath our manor. That is what my family thinks. Kind of nods.
What if they just dig new tunnels?
Did you say something out loud?
Yes, are you presenting this to the room or to your party? This is
It's critically important.
I guess she'll. Well, no, she's
To the party or to the room?
I imagine she'd probably say it out loud.
Yes, but
You
to the
watch at
party
this
or
point?
to the
As the king kind of sits there. I'm sorry, it looks like we have a comment. Miss Candlebright, you had something to add?
Well,
And motions for you to walk up to the platform on that side.
She'll step forward.
Panera kind of like looks up at you like, oh god, what?
well, if they live underground, wouldn't be much of an assumption that they can dig. Couldn't they just dig new tunnels?
I agree. Not only should we fortify the tunnels, we should use what we have that's available to patrol them, maybe even push them back down into the tunnels to a safe distance, maybe even collapse them. That would at least stop them for a while. Obviously, there needs to be continued visual. Very nice, Miss Candlebright. I agree with Miss Candlebright.
I'm gonna
Well
raise a
noted.
hand.
He looks up at you. Yes. Sir Deft.
I swapped spots with Ari.
Uh-huh. Her just wants to like be done with this, and she's like, oh god.
I do have to bring forward that simply putting a band-aid on the tunnels will not fix your problem. It'll simply postpone the inevitable. You have to go for the hive mind specifically.
The king kind of looks over at you. Hive mind?
The dragon.
Everyone just is like looking, they have no idea what you're talking about.
We've had a couple run-ins with both the dragon and the children, as it was stated. We have a pretty firm belief that there is a connection between them. They tend to appear simultaneously. Also, I do have some information regarding the creation of the dragon, which only furthers the connection between them.
You garner a lot of attention after that statement. And they motion for you to come down to the floor.
Arby's gonna give Death 2 thumbs up, and I'm also gonna give you one of these just in case.
Please join us.
Oh god, I have stage fright.
Hey, Deft, how do you feel about your situation?
Good. Good. It looks like he's used to it.
That would make sense, a hive mind. They do seem to. We noticed they attacked in unison. We just assumed they were allied. We didn't know that they shared. That makes it even more difficult. So, you said you know who created these things, or. Please, elaborate.
I'm sorry, Elwyn. I gotta sell you out, buddy. We weren't exactly, on the best of terms, but, I do know of the individual who created them. I am not currently sure where he is, but I can only imagine what he knows about it and how that might help in its destruction.
So he created the children, or he created the dragon? What exactly did he create?
I know he created the dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it both of them? I think it was just the dragon.
From what you would basically know with the information you've just had available, he created the dragon completely over many renditions. The creatures already existed. Doesn't mean he did not experiment on them, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The dragon itself was a bit of an empty shell. It was, I can only imagine meant for something different, but it was taken over by an entity we've run into before in the town of Hanolin.
We've read the reports of the incidents there. I hear Falkirk had a run with them, quite a bit of casualties, but it seems like they had cleared out the hive that had been at that location. At least so I'm told.
Just kind of nod as he's talking. I was informed that you had sent parties previously to gather information on these things. Did you recover any particular information that you'd like to share?
He turns his head to his uncle, who sits at the first house. So so Thulman Bane is basically his uncle, but he is the top house other than the king himself. It's like, yes, I was just about to get to that. So, based on the scouting and the attacks we've made and research we have done, it definitely seems like this is no ordinary dragon. Quite smart, quite powerful, like you noted. Seems to be connected with those individuals and able to coordinate with them in real time. Unfortunately, whatever process was done to this or whatever magics are upon it, it seems this creature is enchanted with multiple enchantments. It is immune to magic. It's immune to attacks. We've been able to unable to determine why. So far, we've found no way to get through its defenses, but it makes it very difficult. We have, however, with the loss of many good scouts, have determined where they are currently based. Unfortunately, it is a heavy, easy to defend location with a very open approach. There's no way to sneak up on it, especially with an army. And that dragon patrols the plains. It is the recommendation of House Bane that we reinstitute utilizing creatures from the Delve and controlled devils and demons in defense of the city, spare the losses of our people. And perhaps with time and more work, we might even be able to produce a force large enough to wage an attack upon them in their own location without the loss of life to our people. And you just see the king looks like very irritated at this recommendation.
Who's sitting next to Solomon exactly?
Solomon puts himself where he wants to be. I assume not Deft. I assume not Ari.
Well, Deft's up front. I just probably
Deft's standing in front of everybody right now still.
Because was I allowed in with any weapons?
Probably not.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, fine. Whoever's sitting next to Solomon, Solomon looked agitated with the mention of devils and demons.
Deft also is kind of openly looking like he doesn't think this is a super great idea.
It has worked historically for our people in the past for many years. And if we don't take advantage of this, we cannot use it later if it's too late. But obviously, I will defer to the judgment of the council.
Who's talking right now?
Fulman Bane. You actually see Fulman Bane, so he sits in a hovering chair of stone.
Okay, Senator Palpatine.
No, he's the Archmage of the city.
I know,
essentially.
but like that's the image I'm thinking of now. It's like the
Wait, Fulman Bane is
Senator
the
Yeah,
Archmage or the King?
yeah, Archmage.
He used to be the king's brother. The king died, and the guy you knew from the Delve became the king. He's the king's uncle right now. But he's the leader of his house.
Okay.
I'm trying to look. Not a lot of the other lords are kind of coming up. There is some talk back and forth regarding, maybe this issue isn't as grave as it is, because a lot of the lords, especially of the lower houses, aren't really as impacted as much. And you just look over, and Lord Corbin kind of looks at you guys, and Brannick walks up. Lords and ladies, I think it is in our best interest, as noted, and he motions to Lady Zogmat, we definitely must defend our city and reinforce, perhaps even send patrols, whether they be mercenary or internal. But and he looks up at you, Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot just wait here to fend these off. Our ally strength is unknown. They continue to get stronger. We continue to get weaker. I believe whatever resolution we agree upon must involve direct action towards them where they're based. If they're truly some sort of hive mind, or even a hive, whatever there may be, if we can find where they create these things, perhaps with a direct strike, we can prevent them from making more, and eventually we'll be able to turn the tide. But I believe if we do not do anything but defend our city, with time, we will fail. He kind of goes, I believe the city should authorize use of reserves to hire mercenary companies to perhaps assist with this. Perhaps, and he motions to you guys, these fine individuals might be able to assist as well. There is research that must be done. We cannot just launch an attack. We've tried that before with the dragon. If we do not determine what its weaknesses are, we will fail again. Sir Deft, do you think you and your party could help us with this? At least in finding the weaknesses of this, perhaps even dealing with it?
Looks like he's pondering for a second, but then he kind of nods to himself. Your town has been great allies to us so far, and I can't imagine leaving you alone at this point. I look back towards the others.
Ari smiles and gives you a nod.
I don't think Patrick has a visual reaction.
I mean, do I have to say Solomon looks displeased?
No, I know that already.
Mm-hmm.
Burn? There's?
Yes.
Offering our assistance to possibly kill a big fuck off dragon.
Before I answer my question, or before I answer to this, was ale provided at this meeting?
No. However, you do notice something as you guys are kind of sitting there. Lord Gorban kind of sits and holds up, and one of his little aides runs over and presents something to the king. Oh. I do also see there was a recommendation made that might help incentivize such a decision. He kind of looks around. Baron Firebright?
I stand. I
Please, and he motions you to the upper platform.
Baron Firebright, huh?
I look at
Well,
the upper.
no, that is his name.
Yeah.
What is Candlebright?
Candlebright's
Right.
different.
they're
Similar,
so-
different.
they're
Yeah.
so similar.
So I'm gonna
Mhm.
have a moment where I look at the upper platform, then I look down to him, and then I look at Patrick, and then I look at everybody else, and I look back up at the upper platform. I'm sorry, my lord. Could you please repeat that? I may have misheard you there.
Please, my friend, to the platform. You have nothing to fear.
All right, I will shuffle up to the platform.
You got this, Baron.
It was also brought to my attention that you and one of our other citizens, Mr. Patrick, were also of great assistance in this last round of investigations and defense. Is that correct?
Ah, well, we were just. I look a little embarrassed. We were just doing our civic duty as well as just looking out for our fellow. Actually, Tessie is here, right?
Yeah, she's sitting near you guys.
Yeah, as well as looking out at the behest of our good lady Tessia.
Indeed, I've heard many great things about you. In fact, there's something, as part of this, you are part of this adventuring company, no?
It has not been officiated. However, if they will accept myself and Patrick, I believe we would be most gracious to remain with them.
Well-
Sorry, gracious, grateful.
I will say, I was informed it seems your home and forge was burned down due to this civic duty.
That is true, my lord.
Well, I am sorry for the loss of your forge, and I cannot replace something with so many memories that is so valuable to you. However, if you could be of assistance of this, there is an interesting opportunity that might be a good fit for you. You see, Clan Goldfist, their entire line perished in the unfortunate mining accident, and unfortunately, there's no one to manage that house. As it has fallen back to the kingdom, perhaps this is something you, Sir Firebright, would be able to take up.
My lord, it would be a great honor.
All right, then. It is settled. At the behest of Lord Firebright, this company, obviously well compensated by the kingdom funds, will take it upon themselves to find us a solution to this answer, and then perhaps even help us deal with it. We thank you for your service, my lord.
Good service is a reward in its own, my lord.
Just kind of nods at you. All right. Any other recommendations on courses of action? Looks to the lords. Do any of you want to say anything?
Patrick raises his hand. Is Death still on the floor?
Yeah, then excuse me.
Okay, yeah. Patrick
Yes.
raises his hand.
Citizen Patrick.
I have a question for the man on the floor known as Deft.
You have the floor. Please ask away.
What is your intent with attempting to kill the dragon?
Well, I have to admit I haven't been entirely honest about my intentions thus far. Call it a reintroduction. I am deft, yes. I've been deft. I'm also, you may know me as Oliver Visbeck.
They'll just kind of like look at you.
Unfortunately, I passed away some years ago, but I did get better, and I'd like to reintroduce myself to my kingdom. And I figured, a grand showing of killing a dragon would be a relatively well-received event.
Roll a persuasion check.
How do you feel about that, Deft?
Oh, very good.
All right.
I just kind of look at
Okay,
you.
you have inspiration as well.
Oh, I do? Yeah. Wait, hell yeah. Wait, do I have to take the... If I roll lower, do I have to take it?
It's not.
Oh, Bardic
low.
Inspiration? Wait.
Oh, Bardic
Bardic
Inspiration.
Yeah, Bart. So that's a D6 add-on.
D6?
You have inspiration also. So inspiration is a reroll. Bardic Inspiration is a dice add, and then
taking my Bardic. That's 26.
My
Okay,
little
so
shenanigans can only be done before the roll is made.
just kind of looks over. Well, that is very interesting indeed. Do you have any proof of who you say you are? I mean, no offense, but we knew you long before as the man you stand before us today.
I got tangled up in a wish. It was very messy. What's a good thing? I don't have a lot of things for.
Fools.
I used for Brennan as king, right?
Yeah. It also can change forms though, so it wouldn't necessarily be like a super easily known thing.
Have I met these guys as king before? So I wouldn't have any like dirt on them?
No, they're out of Northern Arcadia.
Okay.
Could you try to summon a witness?
He's the only ones he knows he doesn't want here.
Yeah, like Astral.
No, Astral's not a witness. So Astral's just a wizard. The witnesses are the people with the eyes that basically.
No. Like, could he not ask to get Astral here to verify his
like
story?
An actual witness. Gotcha.
No, yeah.
Potentially.
Hey, Sock, can you back me up on this?
Roll a persuasion check for Sock.
I'm not helping you with this one. This is your bed.
He just kind of looks up at you. He looks really nervous. He slowly
all right, buddy.
gets out of the boot and walks on the floor. He like looks back up to you with the sad eyes.
It's okay.
And then we'll transform into Chirrup.
Man, you sure are giving him a choice.
Listen, man, I don't have a lot to work with right now.
Like, it's true. I'm also a prince, but I'm younger. Roll a D100 after you can have chat do it. Your call.
Oh, God. I'm gonna do it. This feels like my problem. Oh!
7. Yeah.
I will vouch for him as well. as you hear Astral from the back of the room.
Oh God, where did you come from?
You didn't realize he was already here.
I wave at him.
The man does not lie. That is King Vispec and his younger brother. The king kind of looks over you, like with a little bit of nod of respect. Looks like we've both been busy since the delve.
You could say that.
Well, I've never met you as King Vispec, but I've known you as my friend. And for that you have my faith. But unfortunately, it is not completely up to me alone on this matter. So we will vote upon a resolution. He kind of looks between Lord Gorbin and Lord Bane and Gwenera. All those who wish to fortify the city. You kind of look about Lord Bane, Lord Hammerhand, Lady Zognat, and Brannick all raise their hand to fortify the city. Lord Longcrow, Buckton, and Hornswallow do not.
I don't think Lord Firebright does either.
He's not an upper lord. Lower
Oh,
house.
okay.
Very well. We'll see to the fortifications. Now, for those who would like to authorize offensive actions. And you just kind of look. Lord Bane does not raise his hand. Gwenera does not raise her hand. And all of the other guys just kind of look puzzled for a second. And everybody but Lord Gorbin seems to reject the proposition. Which Lord Bane seems very surprised at, too.
That's a little suspicious. My lord, you forgot my resolution. Looks over at Thalman Bane. Ah, yes. Authorization to resume controlled conjuration defense and... You see Lord Bane raise his hand. Lady Zognat raise her hand. People kind of start like having that same confused look again.
Is there some magic going on?
I don't know. You want to check anything out?
I mean, I can't. I'm too dumb, but sure.
I'll give an insight.
I mean, I could be suspicious, and that's probably what I can do.
You can roll perception checks. You can insight check individual people. If you want to do something, let me know.
Yeah, I'll throw some insights out to the people who seem to be looking confused.
I want to throw an insight on Lady Zognat to see if things are going exactly the way she planned them to.
Yeah. Can I do a perception to see if anybody's looking like they're, I don't know, magic keys happening to them?
Sure. So you guys look around. Patrick, she definitely doesn't look disappointed at the current course. After you kind of look around, it's hard to say. You don't see anyone like actively doing anything. There's 50 people in this area. Someone could be doing something.
Did their hands raise up in unison?
No.
Okay.
I've already seen people afflicted by compulsions before. Do these people have the confused stare of someone who's been beguiled by some kind of compulsion?
Not specifically. They just seem to be like internally conflicted, but you watch as essentially everybody but Lord Warbin and Lord Hammerhand approve Lord Bane's proposition.
Can I raise my hand?
Sure.
I'm trying to ask a question.
The king kind of looks over. He motions up, Citizen Patrick.
Were these discussions of the conjuration defenses not going to be addressed in the public manner?
They're up to the council to decide upon, not the public. Correct.
Can the public know how long those discussions have been in talks for?
What do you mean?
I'm just uncertain. It seems like this is a matter that is of great importance, and it's the first I am hearing of it. I just want to be sure.
I'm not entirely sure this. Excuse me for talking.
Bowman Bane kind of looks up towards him. This has actually been the way of our people for many years. It was something we recently discontinued, obviously to a great detriment, and kind of like shoots the sus eye at the king.
Oh.
The king stopped it. He didn't approve of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's all from Patrick. What did you want to interject, Daft? Sounded like you did.
Kinda. I have to ask, were they dangerous to the citizens? Why were they stopped in the first place?
They're of no danger to the citizens.
Insight check.
They're roll an insight check.
Oh.
Seems to be on the level. It's like it was less of the danger and more of the manner of defending. There are some of those who don't believe we should use our powers to be able to dominate these creatures and use them. Some people think keeping such creatures is not proper.
Unethical?
Yes, to an extent. But you see, these creatures are our enemies. And why not use our enemies to destroy our enemies and destroy two enemies in the process?
Forgive my hesitation, but your solution for the monsters in the tunnels is to put more monsters in the tunnels.
No, my solution is to put creatures under our full control into the elements where they have the most advantage, whether it be our summoned demons, devils, or our own creations, and end this threat.
I'm gonna casually kind of like hold, open up my left hand, the palm, and just kind of reach out and feel. Does anything feel off with these lords? Anything? Am I sensing anything?
You can roll an Arcana or an Insight check. Your choice.
I think they're about the same. Let me look. Nope, Arcana's better.
They yield different results too. Okay. You don't sense like anyone using any type of magics. You can detect like a couple of just basic enchantments around the room, but it doesn't seem like anyone's actually casting any spells or anything like that.
But nothing feels off about them, otherworldly or anything.
Not from any type of magical perspective.
And just kind of lean over to Ari, like, and just shake my head.
Jeez.
The king looked a little bit disappointed in the way the vote went down. Well, I believe that at least gives us action to go on for now. We shall see to the immediate reinforcement. And we'll have a hearing later this week to discuss the deployment of the controlled conjurations.
So really good work. There's demons and devils.
And kind of looks up towards the audience. Unfortunately, young man, sometimes compromise is necessary for the greater whole. And if these creatures and creations of ours can hold them at bay and save our people, we are not as fortunate in our allies as many. We stand by ourselves. No one is coming to our aid. However, and he kind of looks, I do believe it is in the best interest for our kingdom to continue this commission into these individuals and potential offensive options, whether we take them or not. And he kind of sit there and he gets this strange look on his face. And he kind of looks conflicted, like almost like he's changing his mind mid-sentence. Perhaps it is best I leave this be.
I'm going to look at Lady Zagna. Is she like just kind of gauging her reaction here?
I mean, she looks very happy, but
does like she look, say, focused for a moment, or
she just looks like she's very happy with the results of this meeting thus far. And you watch as Lord Bane kind of looks over towards him. My lord, I understand your interest in pursuing this, but I feel that it may not yield anything tangible. I think it is best we fortify, collect more data, and go from there. I think sending anyone out would be irresponsible. As he rolls a persuasion check
Is
for his nephew.
is that our guy?
This
No,
is Woman Bane.
It's the wizard guy who's trying to get conjuration of devil magic back.
No, he's old.
If I can
He's
roll a
super
counter
old.
persuasion check, my lord, my friends, I fear that if you do not deal with the dragon, it will come for your city and your city will fall. I do not suggest simply putting this off.
Roll a persuasion check. You don't get advantage though.
Hey,
40.
Dad.
Hey, bud.
Take a 16.
What? Oh,
It's a 16 plus your modifier.
What is it?
plus 9? 16 plus 9?
24. 25.
All right, that's gone.
He just watches it right as he's about to kind of reject the proposition for you guys on a commission to go figure out a way to destroy this. You sit there, and as he looks like he's about to reject you, all of a sudden he just kind of looks like he kind of comes back to his senses. Yes, very well. It is decided. We shall see to the defenses immediately. We shall have a review for defensive deployment of the conjurations. And as king, I am authorizing my own investigation of this at the behest of these people as an external source, as you noted, Uncle. We do not have the internal resources for this, so we shall outsource. Session adjourned. And you watch as he kind of just slams his hammer in his chair. Everyone kind of
Surprised,
like
surprised he didn't break his chair.
I give a polite nod of my head. I return to my seat.
Ari heads over to Deft.
You did great up there.
As all this is going on, everyone's kind of like in the wrap-up mode and having different conversations about the room. Baron,
Aye.
a dwarf approaches you.
I'll be right back.
It is one of Lady Zognot's aides.
Do I happen to recognize him?
Not specifically, no.
Okay.
Kind of looks over at you. The weather is quite nice today, no? Wouldn't you agree?
I'm gonna insight check immediately.
You don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
It seems very strange though. Like it looks like he's looking for a specific answer from you, but you don't know why or what.
We're underground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I look straight up, and then I look right at him. It's very rocky today, isn't it?
Pull a persuasion check.
No.
Did anyone see this going on or got shenanigans?
Nope.
No, nobody.
All right,
I don't.
This
I don't
guy's
have any
gonna insight
shenanigans
check
either.
you. Kind of just nods at you. Ah, yes. Speaking of rocks, my lady apologizes for the delay in product. And sends her deepest regards to your lord. He looks down at the amulet that you put on.
Yep. Yep.
Yo,
As
this is
soon
not
as
happening.
logistics are resolved, we will be caught up on shipments just as soon as possible.
What the freak?
Do
Don't
let your
let-
lord know that it's nothing personal, and we will see to any personal losses on our end.
Oh, it is greatly appreciated, and please give my regards to the good lady.
Hold on one
And-
second.
Oh,
I got one thing. I just have to look up a name.
okay.
It's which oh god, so many encounters.
I'd just like to point out that I also have an amulet of Brel, so I'm actually rocking 2 amulets.
It's more about the amulet you have on. Because you just randomly decided to put it on.
Yeah, why not, right? It looked good.
Where did it go? I know it's in here. Why have I not seen it?
Oh, I also just added an item in my inventory just called Dwarven Amulet. In quotations, opens portal.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Yep.
As he gets ready to walk away and just kind of whispers to you, give Lord Stormhammer our best. And proceeds to walk away. All right.
I need to
Wait.
take a politics 101 with Deft now.
I need to find Astaroth. Alistar.
Astral?
What the Astral? Oh my god.
Alistair and Astaroth are both very different people.
I have to go through it every time. I have to go to the
Alistair-
name list.
Alistair is now the king of Gancaster because the king and the prince all died. Astaroth is super wizard who was on the star, who's gone and left you Strix.
I know these things, but my brain does
Alright, I'm
not.
back.
Gotta
It's
use
too smooth.
ALS. It's all good.
I find him. I have a very cordial, polite smile on my face.
My lord.
Who arrested my brother?
He just kind of looks at you.
What are you doing here?
I really didn't have much choice now, did I? And I think we both know that that was definitely not your brother.
Just kind of roll my eyes. Seriously though, what are you doing here?
I was invited. So unfortunately, I've been put in quite a predicament since the events with your brother. Not really sure what happened. But yes, needless to say, the civil war has been anything but civil as of late. Looks like you've made a decision, though, so perhaps not all is lost.
And I am going to start regretting it very soon. Yes. The list of people I can trust is shortening very quickly.
That is the burden of all those that lead, my liege.
Can you tell me some good news at least? Anything.
Good news. Let's see.
I don't have any more bad news.
Oh, they rebuilt that old bakery in Gamcaster. You know, the one with those little chocolate pastries with the cream filling.
Oh, I love those.
I name off I name the place.
Oh.
Yes. It was finally reopened after the attack.
Oh, good. That's great. We'll have to go soon.
Indeed. Other than that, very limited on the good news these days. Unfortunately, I can't stay. As you can guess, we've kind of been in a sticky situation. I'm not sure where things go from here. But hopefully, maybe with coming events, and he looks at you in your statement at the meeting, perhaps everyone has something to look forward to. Do try not to die. Again.
We'll see about that. I'll let you know if I find Elwyn. I think we both want to have a word with him.
Oh, speaking of which, and you watch as he kind of folds out and gives you a map. I was able to find a little bit of information, nothing specific, but it does appear that he's somewhere here. Good luck.
Where is he pointing?
It's a map of Karis.
Oh.
The continent off the coast.
Oh. Okay. That's helpful actually. Thank you.
Good luck.
I'm gonna give this map to Byrne because he thinks the world is flat. Bye.
Thank you, Pinky.
As you guys kind of go, now you're making me mess him up. Astral walks over to Byrne.
Sir Astral.
Good to see you, sir. It's like, so I've given the young lad a bit of information where this man Elwyn may be found. Please do send word if you do happen upon him. You still have the stone I gave you, correct?
And I give him a wink.
Much appreciated. And please do be careful. While he is eccentric, he is a very dangerous individual. Just be cautious. And good luck.
Thank you very much, Sir Astral. But just between you and me, and I lean in just a little bit, with the kind of company that I keep, I don't much suspect it should be that difficult, right?
You are with some capable people. I mean, some of the things they've done alone. Did you know that he points over at Deft, once killed off an army all by himself?
Interesting. Did you know that he once burned down my forge?
That wasn't me.
Sorry, allegedly burned down my forge.
That is horrible. I apologize profusely.
I'm just kidding. But just between you and me, next time you see him, ask him about how he burned down my forge. And I give him another wink.
Well, just between you and me, if you ever see him put on a strange black crown, I would run away as fast as possible. Did you ever see the crown when he had pulled it out and given it to Solomon?
He didn't pull it out of the bag.
Solomon,
I don't think I've seen it yet.
Solomon pulled it out on his own. Like he walked away and looked at it.
Well, I was at the bottom of the volcano in
Yeah.
the plane of fire, so whoever got there would have seen it.
Ari has seen it. Solomon has seen it. That's it, I
Okay.
think.
All right, I will keep that in mind. Run far away as fast as possible if I see that.
Best of luck to you, sir. See you soon.
Thank you. And you too.
You watch. He says goodbye to Tess and a couple people on his way out, and he exits.
I like that guy.
Ari kind of nudges Steph.
So, we're gonna stay and mingle, or is that enough?
Oh God, no! Let's get out of here.
She just kind of chuckles and smiles.
This was a
Grabs his
waste of
arm and
time.
those two will start making their way to the door.
This was not a waste of time. I got to introduce myself, and we have a lead.
All the important decisions were decided before the meeting.
That's kind of how politics goes.
Speaking
Though
of which,
there was some severe fuckery going on. Am I the only one who noticed that?
No. Something definitely looked off.
Well, you are all now initiated into my post-meeting ritual. We are going for drinks.
Ooh.
you speak my language.
You know, typically I wouldn't throw up a map for drinks, but because we have such a good bar map for this city, I'm throwing up the map for drinks.
Drink map.
I don't suppose I would know if there's any keg going on, would I?
Probably not currently. You're a bit behind. Just
Damn
if
it.
you've been out and about. Probably not this late in the day now. This is
Damn
in
it.
the evening. Let me pull this map.
That's my first order of business.
I'll
Drink.
meet you all back at the house then.
We got to initiate you, laddie.
No.
Wait, have you drank before? I
He
can't
actively refused it in a session that you were not a part of. He
Yeah,
Okay.
he doesn't.
actively refused.
Let's see.
What
That's
if I
all right,
got you
Thomas.
something a little more like a juice? Would you like a juice box, laddie?
Don't think he's going to be enticed by juice, but
All right, off to the
All right,
hall
so
underfoot we go.
All right, and mark
We'll
off.
meet you
Treat me
in,
like a child again.
That's all right, Solomon.
we'll bring you something
Back
back.
home.
So what was
All
that,
right.
Techno?
Is my mic really quiet?
Yes, and you cut out a little.
Just turn up the game then.
That's all right, Solomon. We'll meet you when we get back home.
Here. Paris. Am I missing anyone? That's 6 people. All right. So you guys walk in, and you watch as several of the regulars go, Lady Kendall, right?
Immediately
And they just
smile.
kind of all raise up drinks as they see you coming up from the top level as you walk over to come down the stairs.
Oh.
Hey! And everyone just kind of cheers to you.
I do love this place.
Oh, they're at the bar and I'm not.
I need carbs. Stat.
All right, feel free to move your tokens. I don't think it's locked. I'm going to drink from behind you really quick since we're in the bar.
This is our table.
Actually, let's see the bench.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
Gonna
let's-
share the
let's
bunch?
sit together.
Your favorite table? Patrick, Tanya, Theris, where do you guys want to sit?
Read my whispers.
Aaron, you okay?
I'm dancing.
He's thinking about it.
Well, obviously, Tanya goes and gets beer from the bar.
Actually, I will go supervise Tanya real quick, but not to supervise Tanya as like an adult supervises a child. Rather, I'm gonna supervise and ensure that she gets a good ale.
AK, he's going to enable that.
Exactly. You see, listen here, lassie. You don't want to order that one. That one tastes like water. What you really want is you want to go for one of the ryes. It's dark, it's rich, it's delicious, and it has a higher alcohol content.
Give me what he said.
As you're all sitting there too, the bartender, who is very happy to see you guys, brings you all over a round of drinks. And I got a new product for you. They call it Dragon Claw, and you watch as he puts down this strange drink in front of all of you as well. On the house, don't worry about it.
Dragons?
You are always welcome here.
It's,
Yes, it's kind of a fizzy, fruity drink.
Whoa.
Tanya grabs a drink.
That sounds
Go,
great.
go. Tanya just downs it.
And you look, he has an extra drink on his platter. Baron, where's Patrick?
You know, Rust Bucket. He's here, he's there, he's about.
Where is
and
Patrick?
you watch as he has one glass of wine. If I recall, Mr. Theris, you preferred the wine, and he sets a glass of wine in front of Theris.
Thank you.
Make Theris sit next to Deft.
You can have some of my garlic bread, Theris.
They do have food as well.
A
Their
round of
specialty, their cheap food that they have that most people eat is the house chili, but they do have other food too.
I take that from Deft. I'm like, thank you. I know you think that I'm turning into a vampire, but I'm not, and I just eat it.
Oh, you think we could get some endless breadsticks?
What's English?
The barman has vanished.
Yep.
He's
Barman
already
died.
getting your breadsticks.
Excellent.
Jinx.
So, future endeavors. I have a general direction of next steps, but it's kind of up to you guys how far you want to go. Does anyone have any big things they want to get done?
And Patrick, roll a D100 or have chat do it, your choice.
You know what? Let's have chat do it. I don't let them do mine often, so let's see how they do.
Go, chat, go.
Well, Def, I'm with you.
He just kind of smiles.
Hey, you've only kind of led me astray.
It's an 86.
What? Ooh.
What's
That could be good. That could be bad.
Well, you don't know what I'm doing.
I do not know what you're doing. Correct.
Move over. You see Tess just like sit down in her fancy dress. She takes the beer that they had brought over for Patrick.
I hold up my glass. Lady Tessia.
Kind of nods up and downs it. Told you I'd get that drink, Letter Bear.
You did. And don't take this the wrong way. In fact, take it as a compliment because it is quite so. but you drink like a dwarf, Lady Tessia.
Well, and she kind of holds up to Lord Firebright.
I raise my glass.
Ari raises hers.
Ah, thank you. And I raise mine.
To Lord Firebright.
Oh.
Long may he reign. Clink.
What are you gonna do with the Goldfist estate now that you're a lord?
Well, if I'm being honest, I haven't quite put any thought into it, but I suppose I'll redecorate, get the forge up and running. Get a personal, if there isn't already one, get a personal forge installed just for myself. And I guess I need to start hiring some individuals to work for me. Although
It wasn't the Goldfist estate kind of sketchy?
yeah, but that's why I'm going to redecorate.
You think you're gonna find anything weird?
It is entirely possible.
Can we come with?
And I relish in it. Of course you can come with. Perhaps I need to hire an individual to help me go over all the books and get everything in. Lady Tessia, do you happen to know a good CPA?
Actually, I do.
That's a little bit of a meta joke, but you get what I'm asking for.
Yep. Actually, yes. There's someone who I've used a little bit to manage some of my financial projects. I'll pass along their information to you.
That'd be greatly appreciated. I mean, I could just use Russ Bucket. He's been doing it this entire time for me, and he's done a great job. But he deserves it just as much as I. I'm gonna give him a promotion.
Where is Patrick, by the way?
I look around.
He's been wandering off too a lot lately.
Did he go with Solomon?
I don't quite know where he wandered off to.
I'd have to guess. Maybe he's just worried about him.
Man, if only we had someone that could send a message.
Looks over.
So, where are you guys gonna start your investigation?
I was talking about Theris. You made me remember that Tessia could do it too.
I think we're going to start our investigation right now. Starting with figuring out what happened to the bottom of my cup. I guess I'll have to drink this ale to see.
Well, we've got a deranged... What would you even call him?
Uncle?
All right, Patrick, you have to roll your D100. I didn't see any chat rolls.
I thought it was
It was 86.
Yeah.
Oh, did we get an 86?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, even better. All right, so we'll cut away from the bar for a second. So Patrick's still waiting in the auditorium where the meeting was because he never got to say what he wanted to say. Yep. So as you're just kind of sitting there and you walk up to the platform every so often, just see if you raise your hand. As you're sitting there, you hear a voice call out, "What are you still doing here?" You look over at Sir Astral.
I had more to discuss, but it went too quickly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dwarves are kind of stubborn in their ways. You had more information about the operation? More questions?
The entities of which you call the children.
Honestly, that's a very silly name because, believe me, if they fought like children, this would not be an issue. Unless they fight
the name
like
I am more
child.
familiar. Do I actually have a name I'm more familiar with for them?
Not specifically. You have record of their species. They were essentially a species on that ship It wasn't like their ship or anything, but your database kind of knows that they are some sort of dangerous creature, but you don't know a name.
But they didn't like put an identification tag on them.
Well, you never had any. You just have
Okay.
records of like a global record of like different things found on different planets that your people explored.
Right. Okay.
Well, what do you know, boy?
I do not know because I am blocked from accessing it, so I require assistance in discovering what I know.
I wish I could help you. I'm very good with magic, but not machines. Okay.
That is a common occurrence on this realm, I've noticed.
You're very rare and uncommon. Anyone could help you. He's gonna roll a history check. I've heard of an individual who lives somewhere in Karas. I forget what his name is. Something Fizzbang. But apparently a very adept smith at these type of things. Very good with machines and strange technologies.
I believe that is someone who has repaired me.
Oh, then you know him. Yeah, I know he's pretty adept.
I showed him the symbol, and he fainted, and I'll draw the symbol and show it to Astral.
Looks over. Can't say it looks familiar, no. As far as anyone else, I do know there is an individual in Alumarn. But that might be inaccessible for you. But they could potentially help as well. If you find Eltwin on your commission, yeah, potentially he's very wise as well. That's about the extent of anyone I know who could help you. Do be careful, though. I hear these creatures are very dangerous.
I'm aware.
Well,
but you do not believe anybody there's no one in the city capable of helping me.
Not that I've really seen. You could ask Fulman Bane, but again, he uses more magic. No one I've seen here really is a specialist in things you're speaking of.
Seems like an oversight for dwarves to specialize in magic and not machinery.
Well, all civilizations are different, I suppose.
I really want to. I'm just going to say it. Could you take me back to Fizbin?
I don't really know where he lives.
Do I remember that the city was like Florin?
Roll a history check. You try to think about it, you remember like the house, but you don't know where you were.
Okay. Unfortunate.
Sorry, I wish I knew.
I believe
more.
it would. I believe it would help greatly in what they are hiring us to do.
What about young Tanya? Isn't she very adept at machines?
Not trust.
Yes.
She is young. It is hard for me to trust somebody with such impulses. Last time I was open, I caught her trying to put an explosive device inside of me.
God. Well, if you get desperate, she might be able to help you. You don't have an explosive device in you right now, do you?
I am 90% certain I do not.
Well, with that, I really do need to get back to what I was about to do. But good luck. Yes, good luck. You watch as he quickly leaves the area.
I'll probably hang out for another hour before I realize it's pointless.
You talk to the janitor a little bit. Solomon, you make it back to the house without issue. Tess probably leaves the bar a little bit early just to go like snuggle Ardella. No issues at the manor, so basically it's you guys at the bar. And anything you want to do, unless Patrick, do you head to the bar? You head back to the manor. What do you do?
You know what? Autopilot. I head back to the forge that burned down.
Roll a d100.
70.
As you walk over, just instinctually back to the forge, there is framework built for the house and a foundation that has been laid. It seems like someone is rebuilding the house.
Ooh, is there any information? Like if it's under new ownership?
You own the land.
Yeah, but we
Seems
didn't
someone's-
commission this.
You didn't, but it seems someone's building on your land.
I go to the nearest door because I have no social awareness, and I just knock on it and ask about who started that project.
Oh, hi, Patrick.
Hello.
Long
We
time
did
no
not.
see.
We did not start reconstruction. Who did?
Oh, we did.
Well, what
And
do
she
you mean?
motions to the neighborhood. All of us.
But why?
Well, you guys have always been such great neighbors, and even as your house was burning down, you and Baron both tried to help us save all of our homes. Us neighbors have
Well-
to stick together. We can't fully replace everything you've lost, but we can at least help put a roof over your head. I mean, there's a mountain too, but a roof is nice.
We have one. Baron is now Lord Baron. He has been instructed to take over the Goldfist estate.
Excellent news. Congratulations.
You know, he's probably
Patrick,
out.
Roll an insight check.
Uh-huh. 21.
What the heck?
It's such a stupid man.
Socially inept that can read people like
So
a
as
book.
you sit here, and everyone seems very happy that like you guys are here, and it kind of clicks to you. You think you found all the servants and people that Baron might ever need.
Yeah, that's what I was about to lead into.
Mhm.
I believe he is celebrating at the underfoot. That makes more sense than cutting back here if you want to go and congratulate him yourself.
And you watch a couple of different houses like get together, and not everybody goes, but like a good 20 people head off in that direction.
Okay, yeah, we'll go throw an awesome rager for Baron, I guess.
All right, so as you guys are in there, the crowd has been picking up because people are starting to hear that Lady Candlebright's here. And then all of a sudden you watch Patrick walk in with about 20 dwarves. And you from the upper level, congratulations, Lord Baron! That's all your neighbors walk in.
All right, Nichols. I think they're here for you.
You guys. And I wipe it. I wipe a big old tear from my cheek. You really didn't need to. But thank you.
All right, so as this thing kind of picks up, you do note that if you stay out at this public table, you don't have really much of a private conversation. There are private areas you could potentially go into that are more private if you have things to discuss, but if not, your location is probably very acceptable. So I'll put Patrick on the map now as well.
And his Dragonclaw stuff is real good.
I'll go mingle with
Who's
my.
making this? Who's producing this?
I'm not really sure. I just got product samples in a couple of kegs, not but 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah, just definitely get more of this stuff. That's gonna be big.
love the fizziness and a hint of fruity.
I definitely need to find out whoever's making this, and I need to work out the rights to create a distilling or distribution plant. I need to get in on this.
You own property now.
Yeah, I do.
We're converting from mining to brewing.
Why is it called Dragon Claw?
Well, I'm assuming they put Dragon Claw in it. Ha ha! Just kidding.
Does Tess choke on her drink a little?
Tess only has the beer she stole that was meant for you. She didn't take a Dragon Claw.
Tess is onto them. He's been onto them the whole time.
Oh, I already have a pending suit. Don't worry.
Made with real dragon.
Sniffs it.
Yeah, Tanya. I will leave for a little bit just to mingle with all the neighbors, and then I'll come back when I'm done mingling.
You get a lot of free drinks. Even though you're getting free drinks, like people buy you drinks and hand you drinks you probably don't need.
I'm making sure that not only do I have plenty of drinks, but my companions have plenty of drinks.
Lovely.
Yeah, the extra drinks are getting set down on the table. Let's see. Hang on. How many people are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's exactly 6 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deft. Most of them are getting set down in front of you for some reason.
Oh God, I'm gonna roll one of these.
Excellent. Deft.
Oh yeah.
As you guys continue on and you're having a great night, just people are finding a brief moment to celebrate in one of the better moments of recent times. And you're sitting here drinking and you look across the table sitting next to Tess on the chair. There's a fox sitting on the chair. You're the only one who sees it.
I'm just gonna kind of squint at it. What color fox is it?
And it's a red fox.
I'm gonna kind of carefully push one of my drinks in front of the fox.
You can watch his step slides drink across the table next to Tess. Tess looks over at you. Are you okay?
He's watching very intently. Doesn't say anything.
You watch as the fox reaches over and grabs it with the paw. For some reason, it looks like he can grab it. He doesn't have a thumb. And he just kind of looks, thank you, lad. And you watch as he starts drinking. Everyone else, the drink doesn't move at all.
It's just gonna kind of blink a couple times.
You okay?
Looks down at his drink. I
You feeling okay there, boy?
think I had enough.
You sip this one off. I'm just gonna give him a kiss on the cheek. You can't leave these people without some entertainment.
Don't stand on the table.
Hmm?
What? Oh, not you.
She looks around confused.
Wait, hang on a sec. You know what? I'm gonna roll as well. What? Don't jump on the table. Don't tell me what to do, Pinky.
All right, so you failed your last table dance, but because you have your neighbors here, roll a performance check with advantage.
Yes. I'm gonna roll 2 1s. Please no. Please no. Hey.
No, oh, it's a dirty 20. I thought I was walking back.
No,
to the I saw
it's
the 20.
Yeah, it's a gross 20.
Still good though. All right, so you just start dancing and leading, and yeah, you lead off into a good thing. The fox also starts dancing for you, Steph. You know, I thought you'd be a little bit quicker in responding to our message. I just wanted to let you know you really shouldn't waste too much time. I don't know how much longer Lord Grey can remain where he is before he can help you.
I'm no longer accepting any political inquiries tonight. You're gonna have to talk to my agent.
Well, you see, I told my boss that I would come collect you.
Who's your boss?
Renard, of course.
Oh, you're the little fox that had to give me a
No,
letter.
That is a different fox. Do I look blue to you? Good lord. What, do
You
all of
always
us
wonder-
foxes look the same to you?
No, my apologies.
Come with me. And you watch as he heads to the bathrooms.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Ari just kind of gives Baron a smirk.
Can anyone else come too, or is it just me?
You're going to the bathroom.
Am I coming back soon? How long am I gonna be gone?
Come on, man. Get it together.
If the guys don't go to the bathroom together.
They gave me a lot of drinks.
Deft, who are you talking to?
The little guy. I'll be right back.
I'm not little, I'm stout.
You just hear Tanya like, stout? Where? More stouts coming up.
Get up here, lassie.
What do you do, Deft?
Yeah, I'm going to the bathroom.
All right, follow the fox.
And Death was never seen again.
He forgot how to
Wait.
use his legs.
Wait, Patrick, can you come with? I can't see my feet. Oh, thanks, man.
He'll like take you under your shoulder and guide you to the bathroom, I guess.
So you watch as the fox kind of goes and sits in this bathroom stall.
Me and my robot. Gonna see my friend in the
Yeah, move
big wild.
Oh, you have to go through. There you go. All right, so you guys are going in the
How
bathroom.
much assistance are you looking for? I'm asking. Oh, okay. I'm going to the stall with you, I guess.
No, that's
Damn
not
it.
the stall. That's the hallway of the stalls.
Hey, does it have to be here? This is kind of weird.
He's just kind of sitting there and he's standing in the water.
That's gross.
And you hear like the sound of water. It's not
No,
like a
don't-
flushing toilet. And he's gone.
I'm not getting in there.
But didn't you have to use the restroom?
No, I was following the. I'm not getting in there. I have standards, you know. Oh God, I gotta get in the toilet. Patrick, can you go first?
Really?
Do you tell Patrick to stand in the toilet?
Yes.
Man, Death's a coward.
It's all you, Patrick.
Yeah, I know. This is like his actual reaction. He's trying to process the request.
Hold on.
I'm trying to think about like what he would say in this situation because like I don't think it's even gotten this far with Baron. You threw him in uncharted territory.
Hold on. I think I'm about to get spirited away. I need to be less drunk for this.
Roll a con save.
It's worse.
You feel the immediate need to throw up. Do you go to the toilet?
Yes.
All right. So you watch as he just runs over and starts vomiting his guts out. Hold on a second.
Oh no, it's gonna land on somebody.
The fox comes back right then.
I start patting his back.
As you see him vomiting, all of a sudden he's just like sitting there. He's like, I need Death roll a D100 or Patrick. You guys' choice.
Patrick,
Do I
you do it. Do it. I dragged you into this.
You're like, there, and then you go to pat, and all of a sudden, Def's not there.
Uh-oh. I go forward and I'm in the toilet now.
Goodbye, map.
You're like, Deft.
Patrick, where'd you go?
And then all of a sudden, you just look as the toilet begins to kind of flush again,
Huh?
and you're gone too.
Oh, great.
Later, losers.
It takes about 30 minutes, but you guys realize that neither of them have come back at this point.
When they go to head into the bathroom, Ari will smirk toward Baron.
Now let me show you how it's done.
She's going to ready her loot, vanish from where she is, and let's go for the bar.
Oh, nice. With advantage, because you're one of your candle bright.
That's actually some sorcery. And she'll begin to play, dance, and sing.
All right, you just watch. It's the house goes crazy. This place is a bumpin' good night. However, because you're so busy entertaining, no one seems to notice that Patrick and Deft are gone. Both of you, as you get flushed down this toilet, you end up in a body of water and just start underneath water. Deft, you go first, and he appears a couple of seconds behind you. What do you guys do?
I'm chilling. I don't need to breathe. I'm observing my surroundings.
I'm probably struggling a little bit.
If I could see Dev struggling, I will assist somehow. Are we underwater or are we like...
You're underwater. You came into water. You're not sure how deep it is.
Are you immediately trying to swim up or not?
Buoyancy test.
I don't know which way is up, man.
I'm assuming he is.
Yeah.
You'll
Let's go
float
up.
generally up if you wait a second.
Yep. Let's go up. Let's find out.
Patrick doesn't float, though.
I do not. But is the current enough to push me around, or am I just like
No,
chilling?
you're just standing on the bottom, and you see Deft probably swimming towards the surface.
Okay, I'll just watch him.
Okay. Deft, roll a con check as you just try to surface through this water.
It's not great.
Almost a wall.
You feel like you barely can hold your breath, and then you finally break. And you're in this strange-looking plane. What the hell is this place?
Let's find the nearest shoreline, please.
All right, you swim to the shore.
I follow him if I see him swimming.
Mhm. You swim to shore. You eventually see Patrick kind of walking up the shore and out of the water.
I'm just like starfished out.
You're like in this really strange-looking forest.
I'm gonna roll one of these because it's funny. Ooh.
Who has the Feywild shard? Leah?
I
Yeah.
believe it was Leah, yeah.
Deft, roll a D100 for Leah.
Oh,
Oh.
hi.
So as you guys get to the shore, you kind of look around. You have no idea where you are.
Hi, Patrick.
Hello, Patrick. You disappeared again.
Yeah. Okay. Where's that little fox, dude?
And you hear
There's no
someone
fox.
whistle from behind a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Reynard. Wow. That's a handsome man.
Fabulous, you could say.
This is a humanoid fox looking upon you.
I'm going to attempt to look a little bit less like a drunken wet rat. Pull myself back together a little bit.
Oh, welcome, my liege. Reynard, at your service.
Hi there, Mr. Reynard. You chose a very interesting time to follow up. But now that we're here, what can we do for you?
He just kind of looks for you. Well, you see, I simply am just delivering a message for a friend. Do you know Lord Grey?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately? You should be fortunate to know such a prince. Lord Grey is the most benevolent archfey I've ever had the pleasure of serving.
Really? 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 Okay.
Unfortunately,
Oh, that's fine.
he's found himself in quite a bit of a predicament. And he's hoping you might be able to assist.
If you've got somewhere to be, let's walk and talk.
Indeed.
Come on, Patrick. This is our life now.
Gentlemen.
Do I see this guy?
Welcome to the Feywild. And that's where we're in tonight.
Yep.
Oh,
I am
boy.
so glad I dragged at least somebody else into this.
Tired of going on adventures by yourself?
Yes.
This means you get wiped out.
Cool. Well, thank you everybody who rated us. We got tons of raids tonight. Very much appreciated. Thank you for the follows. Guess we will hopefully see you tomorrow night, midnight central, for some grimdark action, and we'll see what kind of more plant-based troubles people get into. And if not, have a great rest of your weekend and a happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. And we'll catch you next time. Night, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Everybody.
Have a nice night.
Oh, and before hang on, I'm back. Before we do that, I'm gonna find somebody to raid. So hang on, and here's the credits while I'm looking.
Yeah.